Hi everyone, it's your Mama Witch, Angela Mary. How are you? It is Monday, the Moon's Day, and you are so welcome here for our daily pick a card. But you know how we like to begin. We strike a wooden match and to light a candle, alerting our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening to the messages that are meant for us. And you know, as is tradition, we witches snuff out the flame of this match to say hail and farewell to the powerful and fabulous element of fire, just as a little way to be traditional and to show respect for fire. When we want to induce fire, we add oxygen to it with our breath, so we don't want to blow out a flame. All right, so there we go. This red candle has been in place for many days. It started on Thursday night when we ignited this candle in solidarity with Viet Rise OC and their fabulous and beautiful ritual for candle lighting vigil in solidarity with those in El Paso that are traumatized, that have lost lives. And this is a big candle. And I think it symbolizes all the magical work that we have to do to fix our wild world, doesn't it? So, my loves, a little tiny bit of housekeeping and announcements before we get to our pick a card, because look, it's all set up and ready to go. And the theme of the day is money manifest. Are we ready for that? 3 cards. You're going to be vibing in and picking a card in just a moment. I'm showing you this glorious feather that a wonderful, precious client of mine gave me as a nice little extra tip when they came to see me. They had been gifted a tarot session and they brought me this beautiful feather and I treasure it. I brought it with me to BeautyCon yesterday, and I did that because I wanted to start to show folks at BeautyCon that maybe hadn't been sort of brought into the magical fold that this represents the direction of east, the element of air. When we hold a feather, we represent things that travel on the air, which is our word and our spell intentions, our musing, our dawn of new ideas. It's poetry and music, and it's the damn internet too, friends. So air, the element of air is really important. And I'm a Libra witch. Yep, I'm an October witch, so don't be too jealous. I love the element of air, and I'm also a Gemini moon, so that element of air plays very prominent in my chart. Scorpio rising too, for those of you that are wondering. So that gives me that fierce ability to claim space here in this brand new precious YouTube channel, and I'm bringing up this feather because there's so many more of you than were here last time that I popped on. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm just turning the corner to getting near 200 subscribers here on YouTube, and I treasure your presence. This feather was held by every person that came into the beauty bubble, the Mystic Mondays moon bubble at BeautyCon with me when I did those readings. And they held it and they spoke their truth of what their tarot question was. So this is just so ripe and ready to be cleansed beneath the light of the full moon here in California in a couple of days. And I just wanted to say, everybody that's here from BeautyCon, I love you. It's so good to see you. And those of you that have been following along know that I've been a hairdresser since I was a teenager, and those are my people in a really big way. But I want to tell you, I read for dozens of folks, and almost every single one of them had never had a tarot session before, which makes me know I'm more encouraged than ever that this is exactly where I need to be. In my witch's creed, in my ethical magic need, I have to give you free magic. I have to. It's just part of my code. I can't only be collecting funds. So I need to say that to you on a night on this Monday, the Moon's Day, where we're looking at money manifesting as we're welling and swelling towards the full moon. The full moon is a time to celebrate. I know some witches that believe for their practice it's a time to manifest. For me, it's a time to be grateful for what is in my life. I look at the things that are actually real and good, and I take the time to celebrate them. So that's what the full moon is for me. I know a lot of you have concerns about manifesting right now, and our pick a card will be focused on just that. All right, so BeautyCon loves, mwah, mwah, you're here. Instagram loves, mwah, mwah. Most of you are Instagram loves. Thank you for being here. I just absolutely adore seeing you here. I've got some new YouTube folks that are being so tender and lovely. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so just tickled and thrilled that you found me. Yes, I had a little minor bit of shade thrown at me. I got an upside down smiley face for being political. I'm gonna throw on YouTube a wonderful enactment that I was able to do when High Priestess over on Instagram invited me to do the opening incantation or spell, or really, honestly, she gave me complete carte blanche to do whatever I wanted, as long as I wanted. And I cast a spell as the opening ritual for Witch Walk, the second Witch Walk ever in July. And I was very, very clear, speaking just for myself and saying that witchcraft is political. My body is political. Your body is political. I say this again and again, and I'll never stop. My hands are my heart's messenger, and these 10 unearned, fully functional fingers will be used to create shapes out in the world that reveal how I feel in my heart. And so, yeah, could anything be more political than our bodies? We literally divine and create exactly what we think, feel, and know. So upside down smiley face, you're welcome here too. And maybe if you stick around long enough, we'll turn that frown upside down, okay? All right, so getting closer to pick a card, a couple little teeny announcements that I wrote down here. I wanted to tell you that here on my YouTube channel, I will be kind of bringing back to life some things that I've been doing over on Instagram in the last year and a half, 2 years. And one of them is Mama Witch Bedtime Stories. I'm very encouraged by Gabriella Herstick that wrote Craft. That was their UK, and when they released that same book here in the US, it was called Inner Witch. And the fabulous dear soul sister of mine, Teresa Reed, whom I absolutely adore. And one of the very first people on Instagram that just like deeply supported my work. I know Teresa Reed through my fabulous and delicious lifelong, practically lifelong friend, more than 20 years of my life. I've loved Danielle Cohen of Danielle Cohen Photography, and a lot of my, I just have one little chunk of professional photos, but all of the ones that you can see that you can tell are professional photos are done by Danielle. Anyways, Danielle and Teresa collaborated on a, I can't remember exactly how they put the words together, but it's very clever. They talked about through a tarot lens, I think they said, and it was a combination of photography and tarot in a workshop. And the minute I laid my eyes on Teresa, even though I was fangirling my brains out, this instant connection came over us, and I just adore them so much. So I want to show you their newest offering, which I'm bringing back through Mama Witch Bedtime Stories, which I very first tried when Gabby's book came out. Teresa and I had a giveaway, and I don't have giveaways very often. I don't really know how to do it. Teresa literally walked me through it, and we were, you know, turning the world on with our little platforms, and Teresa's is pretty big actually, to Gabby's book. And inside of that, I created Mama Witch Bedtime Stories. Every night during that, maybe it was a 10-day giveaway, I read to all of you all from Gabby's book, and that kicked off reading from the fabulous Lisa Marie Basile's book, Light Magic for Dark Times. We explored Sarah Faith Gottesdiener's Many Moons workbook, which gave us the opportunity to speak to so many different peoples, because that's a many women's book. That was, you know, there's many collaborations inside Sarah Gottesdiener's work. And so, gosh, so who are just please comment some of the other people that we did Mama Witch bedtime stories. Today I'm showing you the fabulous Teresa Reed and Shaheen Miro's book, Tarot for Troubled Times. Could anything be better than that? They have spreads in here and all of their learned, amazing wisdom. Shaheen has a book called the Lunar Nomad, a deck rather, an oracle deck called the Lunar Nomad Oracle, and it's beautiful because it's fully and completely non-culturally appropriated from the soul, gorgeous artwork and learned text that Shaheen wrote and accessed and channeled. They're really big cards with fabulous cardstock. I really love that deck. We'll talk about that another time, maybe when we work our way through the Mystic Mondays deck like we're doing now. I just wanted to tell you this is a fabulous book. I'm really tickled that Teresa must not have seen that I pre-ordered their book. So how it turned out was they sent me an advance copy that was like one of the books that they needed to have corrected, and I was so tickled because the next week I received my copy that I had ordered. I love to purchase my friends' work. And so Teresa, this is my copy I bought from you and Shaheen. I'm so proud of you. This book is timely, it's wonderful, and it's hearty. So go and order this book and review it nicely for our loves, okay? All of you are doing so many magical, beautiful things out there. Let's get to our Mystic Mondays card of the day, which is the Hierophant. I'm going to just let you see that. Oh, and by the way, this is the deck that I got at BeautyCon yesterday, which was part of Grace Duong's collection that they had for their GoFundMe, she did a Kickstarter to start this deck, and they were actually selling some yesterday at BeautyCon that have the holographic backing. I'm so excited about this. I absolutely love it. So Grace had an interesting situation where she needed to offer me more hours at her booth, at the Mystic Mondays booth, and I was happy to do that. And we worked out a little bit of trade for some of her merch, which is beautiful. So I got this lovely Mystic Mondays pin. Oh, I'm gonna turn it around. It was upside down. There we go. And I got their Kickstarter deck with the holographic back. I'm so about rainbows and holograph, and we'll see more of that coming from me soon. So we're studying 5 in the major arcana. This is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a teacher card. The Hierophant in my life right now is telling me that I have the chops, I have the time, and I have the spiritual agency to hold space for you all as a teacher for this work. I know how complex it is for you to be able to be here right now. I know that it's not easy. I know you have to slink off to a cafe and put me in your ears inside a little headphone or an earbud. I understand that you can't always follow whoever you want and do whatever you want. I'm just honoring that you're here and that you've subscribed, and you're so, so welcome. So I am standing with both feet planted on the earth saying, I'm happy to be your teacher. And what is your body, mind, and soul doing when you pull this card to own the things that you're teaching and putting out into the world? I say this a lot. When I see people doing a lot of introduction posts, which is so organized and cool, and every part of me wishes I had it all together to be doing that, I have to say when I do introduction posts, this is an introduction post. But aren't they all introduction posts? Everything I say and do reveals how I feel. What happens when you pull the Hierophant card? Can you own what you're putting out into the world? What is your body, mind, and soul teaching others in your very existence? So thank you for this beautiful card, Grace. I just love these colors you've produced. Aren't they lovely? All right, pick a card time. Everybody take a big deep breath in through your nose. Gather your energy at the top of your head, and we're going to let it melt down through our body. Remember, we breathe in through our nose that oxygen that our body magically turns to the perfect temperature, and it goes to spaces, and it clings to our fear and our suffering, and it literally scrubs it down. When we exhale, we say, Ma. And all of that sort of waste product, that exit, is filled with what no longer serves us. It's filled with our suffering. It's filled with the carbon monoxide that belongs out of our body. Did I say monoxide and did I mean dioxide? Does any LaBounty know if we exhale carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide? Sorry, I've been corrected by a 14-year-old genius that told me it's carbon dioxide we exhale. It sounded funny to me too. Doesn't matter though, does it? Because you understand what I mean. We breathe in our hope and we exhale our fear, and that's the most important thing right now. We are going to be using my atmosphere mist in Moon Magic. I want you to see this non-culturally appropriated spell spray that I've created from a waters of the world, originated and nurtured from the caves of Lourdes, France, from the 90s. We shake well to sound the bell, which activates the spell. This has got a quartz crystal bead in it, which is an amulet to be used as a talisman when this mist is complete, for you to string and make car jewelry, a single little earring, something that you tuck into your underpinning when you need some power. Remember, we're about manifesting money right now. And we spray in 3 anti-clockwise circles around our head, creating a gossamer halo with a big inhale of our hope and an exhale of our fear. And now we're ready. Which card is yours? 1, 2, or 3, my loves? Do you see these? Look how good the holographic back looks right now. Grace, I had so much fun working with you. Thank you so much for giving me that gig at BeautyCon. I was with my people and I just had so much fun. What a vibrant and fabulous room. I worked with almost exclusively Black, Indigenous, women of color. It was so full of healing and hope and love. I loved that room. So folks, our question for the night is 1, 2, 3. Where's the money gonna be? Are we ready? Are we set? And you just answer back, you bet. All right. If you chose card number 1, you have chosen Temperance. I love the Temperance card. Temperance is so utterly important in our practice. Temperance creates, and is a major arcana card. Do you mind if I slip my glasses on for a second? Because I'm just getting to know Grace's gorgeous deck that's all about color therapy. The Temperance card is so important because temperance means that we are moving at a steady pace. Have you ever seen that birthday book? And every single day has a different message to it. In the birthday book, October 14th is the day of moderation, and they say in that, everything in moderation, including moderation. The Temperance card connects with that very deeply because we've got to keep ourselves moving at that metronome-like pace. If we go too fast, we're gonna break the sauce. If we go too slow, we're going to scramble the eggs that are made to make that soup smooth and silky. Remember, we really don't want a lumpy sauce, and we don't want a broken sauce. We want to move at a beautiful, steady pace. Make a list, check it off. Find your way through this world. Keep it simple. Move in rhythm. I love the Temperance card. Good job, everybody that chose number 1. Now you know, to make manifest, you need that simplicity of a rhythm. Take it easy. Get a move on. All right? If you chose card number 2, are you ready? Are you set? Say it back. You bet. All right. We have got the 2 of Wands. What a gorgeous card. There's something sexy about that whole entire wand suit, isn't there? That's the element of fire. With the Two of Wands, that shows me that partnerships are favorable in your money manifesting, and that you need to keep your spell intentions towards money manifesting on the sexy side. Make sure that you're paying yourself first in the money manifesting that you're doing. That it isn't all about grind, 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 grind. It's all about setting that spell intention and working towards what you deeply believe in. What you deeply believe in has a sensuous quality to it, doesn't it? It isn't all about just money and power. You know how shallow that is. That's the work of the patriarchy. We would like to set our intentions for our abundance, which is what money manifesting is, towards being able to afford to take care of the things that we deeply believe in, the projects that we want to support, the people that we love, that we choose to feed. So if you have pulled the Two of Wands, this is about tending to the part of your spell that's about believing in the things that you will do with your money, and maybe even sparking up a little partnership. All right. If you chose card number 3, are you ready? Are you set? You bet. You have chosen the reversed Seven of Pentacles. The reversed Seven of Pentacles has a heaviness to it. It's like a feeling of being dejected. It's a feeling of ho-hum. It's a feeling of a wet blanket around your shoulders in this context, in this money manifesting context. The Seven of Pentacles is urging you to shake it off right now. It's almost like you want to use the power of Leo season and the sun and the element of fire and your daytime mind to almost like use the gamma knife, like the laser of laser surgery, and sort of blaze that wet blanket off your back. It's time to separate from the things that are making you depressed about your money manifesting, especially if you're telling yourself that you're kind of not thinking your spell's gonna work. That needs to stop right now. You need to believe in your spell more than anyone else, babe. You got this, okay? You got to remove yourself from the depressing aspects of what you're afraid of, because really, honestly, your depression could easily morph into anger, and let's make sure that you're separating yourself from those sad ideas about your spell and that you're just doing the best you can. So utilize the power of the sun in your daytime life as like a gamma knife to remove that sort of barnacle, wet blanket-like aspect that's on your back. Shake it off, honey, okay? All right, how'd you like your pick a card? Did everybody do well? Feel free to comment. I'm kind of having fun liking comments. Oh gosh, any final announcements? Yes, we've got Witch Walk on Saturday in the wonderful little courtyard in downtown Santana. And I'm making manifest with many friends down there. The whole fam will be there in my booth. I'm right next to the stage, which is going to be just so special this weekend. Brianna Harley of SoCal Music School is going to be creating our opening invocation, and AKA at the Hip Witch on Instagram, and I get to listen to their curated music that they invite through on Witch Walk. There's so many cool things that happen at Witch Walk in downtown Santa Ana, so you're welcome to join us down there. We're keeping it safe and happy for we witches down there, and I hope to see you. Because remember, my loves, magic is your birthright and everything's a spell, and this is my spell. Let's keep this space really healthy. Get on up there and push that subscribe button. Tell your friends to come on over and get some free magic from Mama Witch Angela Mary, and know that I love you. Night, night. Turn it on, buddy. Right now.
Out the rooms. We're